Alex's journey into awesomeness. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Journey into Awesomeness. I am Alex, and today we're going to be talking about another Tolkien poem. This one's called "The World Was Young, the Mountains Green," and it's really it's mostly about the dwarves. It's a dwarven poem, so stay tuned for that. The world was young, the mountains green. No stain yet on the moon was seen. No words were laid on stream or stone when Durin woke and walked alone. He named the nameless hills and dells. He drank from yet untested wells. He stooped and looked in mirror, and saw a crown of stars appear, as gems upon a silver thread above the shadow of his head. The world was fair, the mountains tall, in elder days before the fall of mighty kings in Nargothrond and Gondolin, who now beyond the western seas have passed away. The world was fair in Durin's day. A king was on a carven throne in many pillared halls of stone, with golden roof and silver floor and runes of power upon the door. The light of sun and star and moon, in shining lamps of crystal hewn, undimmed by cloud of shard or shade of night, there shone forever fair and bright. Their hammer on the anvil smote, their chisel clove and gravers wrote. There forged was blade, and bound was hilt, the delver mined, the mason built. Their beryl, pearl, and opal, pale, and metal wrought like fisher's mail, buckler and corset, axe and sword, and shining spears were laid in hoard. Unwearied then were Durin's folk, beneath the mountains music spoke. The harpers harped, the minstrels sang, and at the gates the trumpets rang. The world is gray, the mountains old. The forge's fire is ashen cold. No harp is rung, no hammer falls. The darkness dwells in Durin's halls. The shadow lies upon his tomb in Moria, in Khazad-dûm. But still the sunken stars appear in dark and windless Mirror. There lies his crown in water deep, till Durin wakes again from sleep. So this poem has a lot of that resurrection, Messiah type, the king who was, who will be again, Jesus rising from the dead, Inanna rising from the dead, Babylonian deity, Osiris rising from the dead. So over many cultures, over many times, you have this type of resurrection myth. In fact, even in my country, my original country of my birth, Romania, there was the story of Zalmoxis, which was a deity who disappeared for a time and then came back and was said to come back at some point in the future to hearken sort of a heaven on earth. So that story is known well to many. But so here we have Durin, and he's the lord, the originator of the dwarves, or a very important early figure to the dwarves, and the founder of Moria, which ends up being this very dark mineshaft empire that the Fellowship of the Ring goes in the first book of the Lord of the Rings. And I got inspired and I started watching the video, so I kind of just watched this episode before doing this show, so I got it in my brain, and the imagery is absolutely amazing. But let's not get too far afield. How does this relate to the law of attraction? I think that this is a story about redemption, and this is a story to say you've lost your way. There's things that have happened in your life that you didn't intend, and maybe your life was absolutely amazing at one point. Or maybe you had those fantasies of how your life would be and the fact that it would be amazing, and it didn't quite work out that way as you got further on in years. Well, I'm here to tell you that by doing and following the law of attraction, you can get back those things that or better said, not get back, but reinvent, re-understand, and reappreciate. And of course, it starts with our bedrock of appreciation, gratitude, the things that we're grateful for in our lives. Saying thank you for even the smallest things has a huge effect on how we live our lives. And then taking action, figuring out, doing the blocking and tackling of your life, as Tony Robbins says. Really understanding what it is that you want, what it is that really floats your boat, what's your bliss, and then working towards it. Even if money doesn't come right away, working towards it, keeping that faith while exhibiting gratitude. There's more to it, as I think you know. We're going to talk more about it in future episodes, but at least for now, that's what I have to say. So until next time, see ya.